Okay, so here's the footage for the second game. This game was obviously a lot worse. We pick it up 2 minutes in with the ball in their half. Seems like one of the few times that happened in this game. They steal, we recover. Goes out. So this team, Phoenix, I'd watched their entire game against Impact from earlier this season, and it was pretty even between those two, and we've handled Impact in the past, and they really didn't. Phoenix didn't really get much going. The striker by the center circle would get some through balls, and the left wing was pretty active, but they didn't create much that time. They were physical and pretty aggressive, which was consistent. The goalkeepers' behaviors were consistent with the other game, but they definitely played better as a team. I still believe we're the better team. We just didn't show up this game, and some things didn't really go our way, but we still didn't do enough on our own to really change the impact of the game. So they've got possession here, offside as they try to hit the through ball. Mason picks it up. Not the best punt. Luke claims it. It's to the left side here. Throw into the middle. Good interception. Carrying it up. Still going. Unlucky there by Kaysen. Good step. Not sure why it keeps going dark like that. On to the left side. Giovanni with the pressure. Kuko here, and it's offside. Giovanni passes it up. They reclaim the ball. Nice pass to 26. Horrible touch. Right to Luke, who gives it right back to them. Diker gets it back. Tries to release someone, and we're offside. So if we go back here, it's a good interception. It's not bad. Trying to get our head up and play it. Kaysen's just offside here. We kind of ended up in the same area. Really, as the striker, you should be between the center backs, and that's really Hartley's space. And she was onside, so if that was to her, she was good. But good call by the AR. It was kind of weird because he got on to one of our players for having small shin guards and made him change, but it looked like 3 or 4 of their kids didn't have any or had those little ones as well. At one point, I think Gray mentioned it, and then they made one of them change, which coincidentally I think might have been one of the kids who was on the field when they scored, which is an issue. But oh, this is when we had an injury to Diker to his knee. He had said his knee popped. We'll just skip over this part. He's alright. He'll just have to wear his brace. So we pick up the game. So far, nothing much going on either way. Pretty even. And they say went out of bounds. Here's a throw. Nice header by Luke and Nikayson. Nice header back. Good step by Luke. Almost gets the through ball. Good pressure to lead to a throw in. Luke with a nice long throw over them. Kaysen gets the touch. Raylan in some space. Loses the ball. And they have a nice pass into the middle. There it is over top. Jackson does well to catch up. No foul. Can he keep it in play? He does. Nothing's really on. And he kicks it out. So here, this is a great pass. Onside, Damien's keeping him on. If he's in line with Jackson and Hutton, he's offside, but he's definitely not in line. Holds him on. Is walking here, jogging at a slow pace. I know he got actually that's Mario, my apologies. Mario was asleep there, not Damien. Damien was on the other side. But something else here. So once you get beat, we can't jog back. Jackson's full sprinting, does a great job of hustling. Mario's the one that messed it up, and he's jogging slow. And here Jackson gets the ball. Just like I said in the first game, are we helping our teammates and getting open? So he has it. This left winger is going to pressure. The striker's coming to close. Mario's just standing there. Luke's walking towards the play, but the closest person needs to show. We should have someone down the line. Raylan looks like he's trying to get over there. So that's the only player right now that's trying to go to space. But we have to be much faster with that. You got to think before the play. But you can't be reactive. We got to be proactive. It makes the game way easier. It slows it down. And that's nothing difficult. That's not something to do with how fast, big, strong you are. That's just your IQ. So we work it up the left. Just kick it out of bounds. They take the throw pretty quick. Just loft it up. Good interception. Back into the box. Mason comes out. Good claim by Mason. Not a good punt. Something else here we can, after you claim the ball, I would like to see go to the edge of the box, get some momentum behind the kick, and get those extra yards of space. We'll work with the goalies because we really love punting it straight down the middle. Unless you're getting a bunch of distance and get that high bounce over the back line, going to the wide areas is not bad at all. I mean, you can see how much space Hartley has on this right side. Instead of just punting it not too well into the massive bodies. So, not the best punt there. Falls out to this guy. Lays it off. Back into him. Good pressure by Luke. Good job not letting him get a shot off. They play it wide. Mario does well here, but he needs to go back to his position as the kid he just pressured is now open. He's just standing next to Luke, and eventually they get the ball in, and it's offside. But here, we do okay, but our marking is poor. I mean, Mario has 3 people on the left side. Luke's pressing. Our center backs are nowhere to be seen. Hutton's walking behind the play, guarding no one. Jackson tries to help Luke, even though I think Luke had that. So here's Mario, who pressures as the right back. Now get back to the right. You did your job. Drop back to the right spot. Instead, he walks and guards Luke. And they get a shot that's offside. But that's just poor by the defense. So 10 minutes in, nothing much really going for either team. They've had a little more chances and decent pass out. Trying to find Hartley. Finds its way to this kid, 33. Good step in by Mario. Good touch by Giovanni. Good touch again. Ref does well to dodge it. That's poor communication. I remember he was saying to them, yours, or you got it. Giovanni was telling him to get it. And we all 3 stood there, and it nearly made us look really bad. Similar to baseball when the ball's in the outfield and whoever got the better angle to catch it. Giovanni's going backwards, and that's why he's saying for them to step up and get it, and they can kick it the right direction. He's waiting for one of them to get it. No one does, and thankfully that guy has a horrible touch. But we can't have those mistakes. Good punt by Mason there. Raylan gets it into Luke. Lays it off to Giovanni. Good skill to get by him. Can we release it? No, right to the guy. Good claim by Mason there, coming off his line. Not the best punt. He tries to take the long shot with the goalie out, and it's horrible. So we make some changes. Skip ahead to the goal kick. See there, we try to go wide. I like that idea. They win it. Raylan does well, steps in, gets a touch on the ball. Giovanni gets it. Good pass. What? Excuse me. Why did Tony? Just too much weight on the pass. You throw it in. Good tackle. Hartley on the ball. Nice idea. Just not enough power. Almost had it. Good move by Kaysen on the right. Plays it into Raylan. Good step in by the big guy. Coming across and clearing his lines. So here's the throw in. And it doesn't go all the way over. But they let it go. Here's the through ball, and I think this is the controversial incident. So if we go back, that's not legal throw. So technically, they should have got a throw in there, and this never should have happened. That's an amazing pass. This kid is onside. This is just a great ball here. Behind the center circle, first time, clearly onside. Uses his pace. Mason comes out, tries to pick it up. Realizes he's outside the box. Here, we need to just boot the crap out the ball. Mason gets there first. Boom, run up and kick it. Just kick it out. Kick it up the field. He swings a leg after he messes up and trips the kid, but it's outside the box. This should have been a free kick right on the edge of the outside the area. Not a penalty kick. 100% not a penalty kick. The other ref agreed it was not and said that the girl, the center, saw something that he didn't see. It's also not, as they call it, dog so, because Hutton is here. So Hutton is actually the last guy. So it's not denial of obvious goal scoring opportunity. So there's no red card brandished to Mason. He also doesn't get yellow card, which if it is a penalty, should have been receiving a card. She didn't give the card, yet she gave the penalty. So she really wasn't following the rules. Even if she thought her incorrect call was right, she still didn't do it correct. And in my opinion, at this point, they had some more shots, but this kind of set the tone, and you could see a little shift in their momentum after getting this goal, which shouldn't have happened. Because looking back now, 13 minutes in, we've had not great play, but it was not as bad as other moments. And like I mentioned in the parent chat, momentum's a big thing, especially with kids. Their inner belief and the score affects their play, most of them, or even probably all of them. So when you make a call like that just changes the lead and shifts momentum in a game, that's a big decision, especially when it's a penalty kick. It's not like it's a regular foul or goal kick corner or throw call. That's basically awarding a goal. Penalties are almost a guaranteed goal. So that's unfortunate, but we still can fight back. So we lose the ball off the kickoff, which seems to be an issue we've had both times. So we lay it off here, pass wide, then we just kick it off them. They did well to combine there. Cross it in, not a bad idea. This Mason shouldn't get, but you should not turn your back to the ball. Running backwards like that, we shouldn't do. We should just backpedal. He does well to return his position, but never turn your back to the ball as the goalkeeper. And shuffling over there could have saved him some time instead of running out where the ball was. A missed kick there by that Tubby kid. And they call... This is where they call it handball on Troy when it was not. So it passes it in. I mean... This is a good angle. His arm is out. He tries to move it out the way. It hits his hand, I suppose. I guess that's not horrible. It wasn't really at his side. It was a little bit out, and he was trying to move it out the way. He just couldn't react in time with how close the ball was. It's not really Troy's fault. Just unlucky that the ball hit his hand. It's not like his hand hit the ball, so here we go. A free kick opportunity. They blast it. Good job by the wall. Good pressure. Good blocks again. Great job by the defense in midfield. Can we clear our lines and get rid of it? Eventually, the ball will go out for a corner, I believe. And here's where our lack of height and their big height played an impact, because we're not the biggest team, but most teams don't score corners, and they made it caused some problems with their size, and the delivery was decent. Mason bats it down. I think they called a foul here. Let's see. I think he got hands to it. We really want to see a punch here or a claim. Yeah, we just can't bat it down into the middle. And Mason did really well in practice punching it, so instead of batting it down here, two-hand fist just punched the crap out of the ball. He's got the power to get it out of the box. But batting it down like that is just not good at all. Either catch or punch away in that situation. So we win the foul. Kick it up towards Hayden. Kind of a loose touch. Then Troy kicks it up. Kind of the middle of everyone. They play it into the middle. Good pass here. Tries to pass it. Good interception by Tony. Luke with a good pass out wide to Hartley. Back into Luke. Bit of a heavy touch. Gets there. We've got Kaysen making a good run. We find him. Can we get a good ball into the box? That's not a bad pass. Nobody's there. That was one of our best opportunities. Could have tied it up. That was frustrating. So we get a throw in. They clear it out. Good step up there. Try to play the lob through ball. Mess it up. Good step by Troy. Hutton clears. Giovanni's got some space. Takes to the right. Tries to get the shot. It's blocked. They're first to get it. They lob it up again. Using their speed. And he's offside. And I think he knew it because I remember he yelled at his teammates that he was offside.